Hey everyone, this is going to be part 2 of the 727 swap on our 54 DeSoto. I'm going to apologize right now for how long it took to put this video out, and everything's a little bit choppy too, and I tend to repeat myself just because this took so long to film. I actually started filming this in January of 2020, and I think I mentioned this, but this is a project for my college car club. But once COVID hit, all work kind of stopped on the car, and I wasn't actually around a lot when the car was being worked on. That semester, I had a lot of classes during shop nights, but I hope this video helps you if you're trying to do a swap like this. So I mentioned in the last video that we were having some interference with the starter, and it's hitting our steering box. This adapter in this kit uses a small block Mopar starter, which we have right here, and basically it puts the starter motor out this way and it hits our steering box. We think we found a solution for that problem. We bought a Mopar Performance starter that's clocked differently. Unfortunately, it's discontinued, but I will leave a part number in the description below. It's partially disassembled right now. We do have the whole starter, but that places the starter roughly like this. And to make it work, we had to do some slight machining on this bracket here. I'll show you a clip of that right now. And then we're also going to have to trim this ear off a little bit to make that starter work. But it will work and it will fit in the car. And here is Luke just showing what we trimmed off. After we machined the adapter plate and trimmed the block, we mocked the engine back up in the car, and the starter cleared fine. We didn't have any more clearance issues. And then we decided to set the pinion angle and come up with a transmission cross member. Originally, we were going to just make a new cross member, but the factory one looked great and it was really close. All we did was add this little pedestal right here, and the only thing left to do is drill a hole for the rubber mount. And the rubber mount is on the tranny right now, but I will leave a part number in the description below. We got everything installed the other night. Unfortunately, I wasn't here, so I wasn't able to film it, but we got the engine in the car, we got the inner fenders painted and the frame painted, and last night they fired it up. So I'll insert a clip of that right now so you guys can see that. Looking up underneath the car, you can see how the starter barely clears all the steering linkage. We had to rewire it to be 12 volt positive ground so it would work with the rest of the wiring in the car. Thanks to some generous donations by alumni, club members, and their families, we were able to purchase a new drive shaft. Unfortunately, the stock U-joint for 1954 DeSoto is no longer produced, so we decided to convert to a 1350, and to do that we had to replace the pinion and the pinion seal. We spent a lot of time trying to extract it, and eventually it had to get cut out. Here is the new one compared with the old one. To install it, you need to reuse the nut that's on the pinion. That is also something that's not reproduced. I will leave part numbers below in the description. And after we got that installed, we bolted up the drive shaft. Next, we started hooking up the steering column to the transmission. We extended the gear selector arm and then bolted that back in. Here's a quick look at the arm. We just extended it a little bit. And then we built an adjustable bracket going from the gear selector on the column down and to the gear selector on the transmission. After that, we hooked up our kickdown cable. This is just an aftermarket cable. I will leave a part number in the description below. But we had to modify this bracket that goes to the carb right there, or goes to the base of the carb. And then we had to put an extension on this right here to hook all that up. We got the dipstick installed tonight. I will drop a part number to it in the description below. It's a very tight fit, but it actually clears our firewall nicely. We did have to put a bend in the road draft tube. As you can kind of see some of the paint missing now. But it clears and it should work. We've got the tranny filled up with fluid, and tonight we're going to push it outside, adjust the timing a little bit and make sure it's running good, and then put it in gear and see if it moves. I think we're about ready to fire up the car. As you guys saw, the car is running good now, and we've got it moving under its own power. And the other night we installed our grille and front bumper. So that's where we are with the project right now. There's lots of little things to finish up and adjust, but the car should be on the road soon, and I'll keep you guys updated with the project. Thanks for watching.